We're here today to see if you can beat Fallout New Vegas as the Ghoul. Now this run is gonna mostly be different than the last few runs I've done because I've added a couple of mods to it here. A Ghoul race. He's the Ghoul, so gotta be a Ghoul. Radiation doesn't affect us. We can also take a perk later on that makes ferals not attack us. On top of the Ghoul race mod, we also have Cooper Howard's armor. A hat from the Courier's Cache, which matches, and his revolver. The mod for the revolver is called the Judicator. We'll pick up a lever gun later on to round out his arsenal, and that'll be good. And that there explains the Ghoul trait, how it works. Grab his armor here. There we go. His stats as given by his character sheet on his wiki. There are a few different stat blocks for different games that he's been in. I guess he's been in Fallout Shelter and a card game or something. Sit down. Can't look exactly like him. Someone will make a mod at some point that'll make you look exactly like he does in the show, but for right now we can make do with this. Speed through the questions. They're always easy enough. Try to answer them more or less the way I figure the character would. End up with the tag skills that we need. Letting Doc Mitchell talk some more so that we can pick our perks. I guess is what they're called in this one. I went with Wild Wasteland because the show is quite interesting. And I went with Built to Destroy because, well, that's what he does when he's on screen most of the time. He just moves through a crowd, destroying everything. He is a hell of a gunfighter. Get his revolver equipped. Dropped all the other DLC stuff. This is a 410 revolver, although I'm pretty sure in the show it's a 4570 revolver. Doesn't matter. Works for now. Hits like a tank. I think we got a good look going on here. Now 410s, the ammo has been added into the leveled lists. It is hard to find. There are a few vendors that do sell it, but for the most part we're going to be making it. Took out 2 with 1 shot because it is a shotgun after all. Picked up the cowboy repeater from the sheriff's house in Prim. That rounds out what we need, although later on I will pick up a trail carbine just because it hits harder. Head into the Bison Steve, start putting the Judicator, strange name for a gun. Figured it'd be called the Adjudicator. But you could just move through a crowd, taking them out without too much of a problem. Makes you feel like the Ghoul. And while he is a charismatic man, feel like playing him with low speech just goes to show you that he's not... He doesn't really care anymore about trying to sweet talk people. Head on over to the Vicky and Vance. I think that's the name of this casino. Trade some, get some more ammo. Head down the road a ways. Take out the Vipers and the Jackals. And this spot here is always just annoying to deal with between the Mojave Outpost and Nipton. Seems like 2 or 3 groups spawn in at a time. And this one even spawned further on down the road by the couple fighting over the bottle caps. Figure anyone that comes running at me in this one, I'll just take shots at. Legion here usually give me a tough fight, especially since it's so early on, and they can pack a punch. Their armor is okay for the most part. It's just these guys lunging at you with the machetes, it's hard to line up a shot sometimes. Beyond that, This revolver packs a hell of a punch. I hope it would. After all, in the show, it punches through power armor. Oh, and help the man with the nightkin problem here. Always do it. The stakes, they give you a buff to your strength, which ups your carry weight. I'll always do that quest. Head on down the road a ways. Run into some rangers that always so rude. Hit up the gun runners, sell off some stuff, get an upgrade or two for my cowboy repeater. Don't use it much because I don't know, I never liked the sights on that one. Head on in, talk to the king so that we can get a follower, Rex. He has dog meat in the show, but Rex is as good as you're getting here. First, you got to do the king's mission. Quickest way I always deal with it is just shoot the guys that are down, and then everyone aggroes on you, so you can just take them out. Head back to the king, talk to him about Rex. Head over to the followers, head back. Everyone knows. Decide to pick up some bounties, since he's a bounty hunter. Take out the fiends, Violet, Driver, Nephi, and Cook. Put the cowboy repeater to use, mostly in VATS. Like I said, I don't much care for the sights on that one. Head back, hand them in. Still don't have enough caps to get into the strip, so I go and sell some stuff off. Got the gun runners there.
Wish I had a few grunts as good as you. I am good working with you.
Accepted by the NCR.
Welcome, Sir Ormat.
Head back to the strip. Accept the credit check. I don't usually do that, but might as well here. I don't think he'd much want to pick fights with robots for no reason. Head on in, talk to Victor. I would not be surprised if in the next season of the show they retconned Victor to be an automated version of Cooper Howard's many roles, or one of his many roles, because he was a movie star. Have a run on the tops. Again, this hand cannon puts in the work. Especially when no one's wearing any armor, you just take them out one shot. Straight to the chest. Well, Benny, for some reason, just built a sterner stuff, I guess. Ran out of stim packs here. Didn't matter in the end because that was the last of the combatants that could put up a fight anyway. The rest of them usually just run at you with either straight razors or switchblades. Come over here and say hi to Victor. And bye to Victor. Even though there's a second version of him inside, which I never understood. Sure, it could be like Yes Man, but after you destroy him inside, you never see him again. Normal 410 at this point is taking 2 shots to take out a Securitron, which isn't terrible, but the buckshot is 1 shot, 1 kill with him. And every single goddamn time I have to come into this casino, the Lucky 38, I always mix up what floor house is on. Figure it'd be in the presidential suite, right? Like that sounds like the most highest ranking one. Not the penthouse. The presidential suite is where you figure he'd be. No. He's in the and there I'm doing it again. He's in the penthouse. Figure you would be given a penthouse and he'd take the presidential suite, or I don't know. Every single time, though. Every single time I come in here, I have to sit and think, which floor do I actually have to go to? No idea how many times I've left a follower behind because I went to the room and then up the house and then down to the casino, because none of them can come back with you from the top floor. Well, they can't even go to the top floor. And then you have to go back up, talk to him, get him to follow you, and then you can go. And it's... I don't know why they did it like that. Come over here to say hi to House. Figure he wouldn't like House. So, take him out with a combat knife. After all, he does use a combat knife to cut off Lucy's finger. Go say hi to Yes Man. Talks about how he was the one that came up with the plan that got us shot in the head. He explains to us that he can just re-download his consciousness into a different robot. And I've wondered about that when it comes to certain robots. Like the robo-brains are like human brains used as a computer or something for computing. But like Assaultrons, there are quite a few Assaultrons that have personalities. And I don't understand how any of that is supposed to work. If they can have a personality and do things on their own, of their own accord, then I don't know, that's just strange. Anyway, I shoot Yes Man. He comes back, so it doesn't really matter. And I'm talking to him again. He says sorry about last time. Talk to him, tell him House is dead, and he can meet us at the Lucky 38. Head back up, trying to remember which floor I have to go to. Always the wrong goddamn floor. I did remember to go back down to the casino so the dog meat would be there so that I could just pick him up on the way out, which is good. Never understood why this part is always why this part's always so loud. So I skip that, skip down to the live fire testing. Again, I don't understand how they could have never realized that their shoulders are just missile pods, but I guess Yes Man's the only one that really has a personality. Well, I guess there's that one that you sell snow globes to, and Victor. I don't know. They got these Legionnaires, and I can't remember the name of it. Not too far away from Cottonwood Cove. Come across a random member of the NCR that seems pissed at me. Take him out. Get jumped by some NCR assassins. Not really sure what I did to piss him off. Like, sure, I killed the one ranger earlier, but my reputation with the NCR isn't bad. And they hound me throughout the rest of this run worse than Legion has. And do. So I start taking them out. I'm using buckshot at this point. Completely deconstructed all my other ammo and just made buckshot. And I do believe I've taken the perk that in Stay Back. It knocks them down when you shoot them with a shotgun. Wasn't sure it would work with this modded handgun, but it works. Go in. Put the hand cannon to use. For some reason, I have to like double tap some guys because they keep talking after they're dead. Head over into the irradiated town to check out how the radiation poison works for Ghoul with this mod. Well, Wasteland procs, and Rex tells me about a boy in a well. I always found this funny. And I've seen some people complaining that the Fallout show is a little too whimsical, a little too funny in places. Fallout's always been just weird. From the TARDIS showing up in the first one and T-Rex footprints to cows saying moo to to Rex in New Vegas telling us that Timmy's trapped down a well. Let the radiation build up. By this point, my health is completely regenerated. Because when you're irradiated as a ghoul, your health regens. You lose strength points, but that's it. Head to the Crimson Caravan, do my rounds. And again, the NCR is just pissed at me, and I don't know why. So I just start shooting. Walk into a town, they all start shooting at you. Start shooting back, I guess. Don't even need to aim down sights with this thing. Not like it has any significant sights on it anyway. It's just got a V-notch, but if you're too far away, it won't do much since it's a shotgun. Getting knocked out of vats here. Thought I was going to die. Eventually get out of it. The problem or error of me being able to get staggered. One commenter said that it must be something to do with one of the mods. It's not terrible. I find it interesting that you can't just stand in a crowd like I was doing and not expect to get staggered like they do. And yeah, NCR sees me as a merciful thug, so I don't know why everyone's aggro at me. Just strange. Decide to finish it off, head into the office, take out McLafferty, whatever her name is. Rest of the people in there. Head up to Jimmy's Well, not too far from Nellis. Yeah, the boomers. Pick up the BB gun. Thought about taking the hat. Did take the hat. The hat that I'm wearing is from the Courier's Cache. It's one that Carlos wears. It's a nice hat. Matches really well.
Do we look like a bunch of religious idiots? I just hope to savage.
Talk to Pearl. Again, these speech checks fails. Just sound like something he would say right from the show. Tell him I might help him. Never come back and help him. There's no need to. I feel like he wouldn't go out of his way to help too many people. Keep continuing my rounds to trading. The NCR keeps jumping me every opportunity they get. I don't know why. Since we killed Violetta, Violet's dog, earlier and took her brain, I figured why not just get Rex fixed up now. So we head up to Jacobstown. Talk to the doctor, give him the brain. He puts the brain in Rex. Rex is all good.
Big brain on this one. All right, let's see.
It's always interesting coming across one of those quests where you can get everything to do it beforehand.
Have a seat. This will take a while.
And with that, Rex is fine. I always did find it interesting that Rex is actually a Legion dog. And I guess he hates the Legion for that reason. I don't know. Went to say hi to the Brotherhood. Kind of flailed about here for a bit. Thinking the gun wasn't going to be good enough to punch through their power armor, but one up-close shot takes out, especially with buckshot, eats through their armor, which, again, makes sense. Almost die here, but take him out. Do a bunch of drugs, and head down into the bunker proper to get this party started. Thought about using a stealth boy. Not really his style. So just take some turbo, head on in. I know Ramos is fairly tanky. He's the one you got to worry about when you first come in. Gotta say, I hate the way the perks pop up. Rex mostly took out Ramos on his own. Head on down, right here at the end of the stairs, right before you hit the turrets. Always a great place to funnel in everybody. By this point, I think my armor's broken, so I keep getting crippled in the chest. Beyond that, taking them out left, right, and center. Dipping in away from the turrets. Break out a trail carbine that I picked up last time I was at the gun runners to try to take out these goddamn turrets. I don't know why these ones are so tanky compared to the other turrets in the game. Just walk up to one and just start shooting. Even though they can shred right through you, it's crazy. Start taking out the rest of the Brotherhood. Keep forgetting that the knockdown on the shotgun pistol is in effect. Sometimes I think I killed someone when I didn't. Head on down to the next level. Take some more drugs. Some psycho, some steady, some turbo, I think. Take out the scribes. Always got to worry about the one with the, I think it's a ballistic fist. They go crazy right there in those corridors. Take out the rest of the scribes over here in the workshop. I've also noticed by that point that you knock the guns out of their hands quite a bit. Since it's a tight grouping shotgun, it'll just knock the gun out of their hands. There you go. Set the self-destruct. Walk out. Brotherhood's dealt with. Don't gotta come back here later. Head over to the gun runner, sell some of their armor off. Get some more money in my pocket. Legion jumps me again. Legion. So used to the Legion attacking me. The NCR assassins jumped me again. I pick up a set of Ranger combat armor. Well, it doesn't quite match. I'm not going to use it except as a disguise to get some repairs at the Mojave outpost. Head to see the cons. Never noticed this mural before. The one with the red holding the severed head kind of looks like Joshua Graham's friend from Honest Hearts. Head in, try to talk to the cons. They won't listen, so I shoot them. Strange thing is, killed everyone in the longhouse. And no one outside aggroed on me. I don't know if that was a bug or if that's how it's supposed to go or not, but made it easier getting out of there. Went onto the strip. NCR again, it just freaking out, running away. Rex just runs in, lays into him. I don't know why. I'm not on bad terms with him. I thought Gamora here. They hit a lot harder due to their shotguns. That and I think my armor's broken at this point. So, doesn't take too much to mop them up. Head to the white gloves. And by this point, I do have the cannibal perk because he doesn't seem to have any problems eating people. Speaking of stuff like that, in the show, he has to take a specialized drug to keep from going feral. I do believe it's in this. It's either in this one or Fallout 3, where you can make Radaway from blood from ghouls. So I feel like he's just taking Radaway. It's not some special secretive drug or anything. It's just that he's taking Radaway so that his brain don't, I don't know, become so radiation infected that he goes feral. Dogmeat goes after Cass for some reason. No idea why. Found weird. Head on out. She spawns outside. He spawns outside. He kills her. Head to the fort to say hi to Caesar. With buckshot that I've been hand making, mind you. Easy enough to take out legionnaires. Even the tougher, whatever other ranks they have. That Latin isn't my strong suit. Alright. Missed quite a few shots here. Take him out in the last one. Rex is chasing around somebody, dealing with him. Gets stuck behind there for a little bit. Fine when you go through a load cell. Praetorians, that's what they are. Legion mongrels. Use VATS to take out a few of them. Don't really need to. Rex draws their attention. Just go in, start shooting them in the back. Everyone's dead by this point. There you go. That's Caesar dealt with. Again, they keep talking afterward for some reason. This is one of my favorite parts. Moving through the bunker underneath the Legion camp. Smooth shots. No slowing down, no backing up for the most part. It's a good flow to it. Almost reminds me of the part in the show when he's dealing with the Brotherhood in the hallway. Nice and smooth. Thought there were 4 turrets in here. No idea what that door leads to. Also, no idea why there's a mattress down here. If no one could get in here since no one's had the platinum chip, why is there a dirty mattress in there? Went to the Dorito substation there to install the chip. Head on out. Already dealt with the NCR outside because they all hate me, even though they don't technically hate me. Talked to the S-Man to do the final battle at the Hoover Dam, and everybody is pissed at me. So this is fun. Although I have a Securitron that's following me along with Rex. I don't know what's up with this Securitron following me into everything. Hasn't happened before. Install Yes Man in the computers. Go flip the switch and turn on the army. And while the wild card ending would somewhat work for him, there you go, using the cannibal perk. Thought about taking the ghoulish scavenger so I could eat ghouls too, but the opportunity doesn't really show up too often. Talk to the legate. I always did like his helmet. I don't know why the rest of the Legion isn't kitted out like him instead of just sports equipment. Figured it'd be easier just to make, you know, brass and copper armor than scavenge so many sets of football armor and pads. Legate's easy enough. I think I empty 2 full, I was going to say magazines, but cylinders, I guess. Can't really say I empty 2 full loads into him because that just don't sound right. But he's easy enough to deal with the buckshot. Again, it's a scatter gun, so the closer you are, the better. Take him out. See that he has frag grenades, incendiary grenades, and legate healing powder, which is weird. And with that, the game's pretty much done. And yeah, I beat it without too much of a problem. One of the easiest runs I've done. The modded hand cannon will do that. If you weren't going to do anything modded, I'd suggest the NCR Ranger armor, the rawhide cowboy hat, I do believe it is, and just the Ranger Sequoia, along with the trail carbine. And you'd be right up there with it. I will be doing New Vegas bounties, like the Some Guy series, I think it is, along with the DLCs with the Ghoul, because he's just a fun character to play. Piss off the general here. Run down through the options, see what would best work for him. Aren't too many right here that work option-wise. Finally get a speech check. And again, it just seems like something he would say. Something somewhat witty. You know they're not going to actually go for it. Mildly insulting. It's just perfect. Take him out, one shot. The Securitrons just vaporize the rest of them. And this is the first time I've had this happen. Yes Man got stuck on a separate Securitron, and I just kind of played keep away with him for a while. Kind of funny. But yeah. Sum it all up. Yes, you can beat Fallout New Vegas is the Ghoul, Cooper Howard. I was going to do a Cooper Howard run. Just power armor, energy weapons, or power armor with a Gauss rifle, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Since he was in the army, he knows how to use power armor. He knows the weakness of power armor. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it.